Do you ever have those days when you wake up with full intentions to be productive and knock off a few things, only for you to start the day and somehow get distracted? And then you look up at 6 p.m. and you're like, where did the day go? You find out that you haven't done half of what you intended to do. That was me. The struggle is real. We've all been there. I've been there. It's still a struggle for me on a day to day basis. But I found a few tips. These are actual productivity hacks that actually work. They've helped me and I'm sure they will help you too. These are things that I do on a day-to-day basis that help me stay productive so that I don't waste my day. So I'll be sharing those hacks with you in this video. In case you're new here, my name is Sky. Hi, welcome to my channel. I make content around lifestyle, beauty, style, creativity, all from a minimalist point of view. I'm minimalist, so everything I share here are easy, chill things that I'm sure you enjoy watching. So in case you like what you're seeing, in case you like this video and my other content here, consider subscribing and let's get into these productivity hacks, okay? My first productivity hack, and this is very obvious, you guys, is to sleep early the day before. I promise you, it's very simple, but it will change your whole life. I love to chill in the evenings. For the most part, I rest in the evening and watch TV and hang out with my friends and talk on the phone and catch up, check social media. I'm on Twitter every evening, tweeting and tweeting and tweeting. The truth is that the earlier you go to bed and the earlier you rise, the better the next day you're going to have. This is scientifically proven. I'm not the one saying it, it's true. The earlier you sleep, the better you're going to wake up and the more energetic you feel the next day. This absolutely works. So if you want to have a productive day, you should sleep earlier the night before. Late nights, unless you can't avoid it, late nights are not really the best if you want to be productive. It will just make you lethargic and make you a little confused. And one thing I do before I sleep is to try and think about what I want to do the next day. Let's say I have a huge task to accomplish the next day. I take the night before, just before I sleep, maybe make a few notes here and there, even if it's on my phone or even just a mental note before I sleep. So I know that, okay, once I wake up, I'm going to do this. It helps me know that I have a goal already set even before I go to bed. Okay, so sleep early and sleep enough. This next tip is a go-to of mine and I swear by it and everyone swears by it and it's absolutely true that it works, and that is using to-do lists. You guys, I don't care if you use an app or your paper and biro, but making to-do lists is the most interesting thing because it's a very simple thing but it changes a whole lot. For me, if I don't write anything down, then it's most likely not going to happen. Like if I really want to achieve a certain task during a certain day, I make sure to write it down and make a to-do list. I have a whole book. This is my notes. You can't see what's inside, but I have several different notes for different aspects of my life and I make to-do lists every single day. I have on my phone. I also make use of my Google Calendar. If you have any calendar app on your phone, some people like apps, but me, I feel like paper and biro is like the ultimate place to make your to-do list. I just feel like there's something very satisfactory about making your to-do list, numbering it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then checking them off as you go during the day or even at the end of the day if you like. Now, one thing that happens with to-do lists is that it's not enough to just make the list. You have to kind of try and make sure you knock off as much tasks as possible. I'm going to make a separate video where I'll break down my to-do list and how I do it and make sure that it works for me. But yeah, to-do list, if you don't make to-do list, I'm afraid you are missing out on a hugely effective productivity hack. So make to-do lists and use them every single day if you want to be productive. This next productivity hack might be a little difficult considering the times that we live in, but I really swear by regulating your social media use. If you want to be productive for the day, social media is something that I feel like you should regulate. How many hours do you spend on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube? Yeah, I'm on YouTube and I love to watch YouTube videos and I love to be on Twitter and I love Instagram and I can scroll and scroll. How many people are on TikTok these days and Snapchat? There's so many social media platforms that are enjoyable, but they can also be like a deterrence or something that will prevent you from being the most productive every day. So if you have specific tasks that you want to accomplish throughout the day, I advise that you regulate your social media usage during those times. If you can, even if it's 1 hour, you kind of, if it's hard for you to do, you can log out of your social media accounts for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours that you need to focus on a few tasks. I promise you, your feed is not running away, social media is not running away. You're going to come back and meet it. You come back and meet Twitter, you come back and meet Instagram. Nothing is happening. To be there whenever you're done with your daily task. So if you want to be productive every single day, if you want to have a productive day, try and regulate your social media use. I promise you to make a huge difference, and you find that you don't even miss many of those things. For many of us, fear of missing out makes us feel like, oh, if you're not on Twitter right now, you miss a certain gist or you miss an update. You won't. I promise you, everything will be there when you come back. So regulate your social media, be it in the hour. Some people kind of say, okay, they don't use maybe social media in the mornings. If that's you, try maybe some parts of the day you just stay off social media. For me, I don't really care if it's morning or night, but I try not to go on Twitter or Instagram first thing in the morning. I kind of chill a little bit and try and go through what I have to do for the day before I know if I have time for social media or not. But like I said, I still struggle sometimes, but I found that regulation helps me a whole lot. This next tip might sound a little counterintuitive, but it's true. I have come to know that one way to be productive is to not overdo it. Don't overstretch yourself. There's no point piling 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tasks on your to-do list if you know that your day is such that you can't achieve everything or that you're going to get tired or wear yourself out. It doesn't help anybody, it doesn't help you. So if you want to be productive for your day, make sure that you decide on a few tasks that are very important to you to achieve for that day. Even if it's three, even if it's four, even if it's two, even if it's one, doesn't matter what number, as long as it's the most important thing that you need to achieve for that day, write it out and stick to it. There's no point packing your to-do list with 10 things when you know you can do three. For me, I do my daily to-do list for like a few days and then review. Let me say at the end of the week, I look at what I did from Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday. And sometimes I used to find out that I'll see 3, 4, 5 days where I'm really able to check off 2 or 3 things out of my list, even though I've had a busy day. And that kind of demoralizes me a lot. So what I advise and what I've done myself is to reduce my to-do list every day. I keep it to 3, 4 items and then I kind of block those off and make sure that it's done. So that by the time I'm reviewing my 4, 5 days or weekly to-do list, I can see that okay, I was able to achieve almost everything I set out to do every day. It kind of gives me a confidence boost and makes me more motivated to even be more organized. I don't know if you get what I mean. Don't overstretch yourself. Keep your tasks to a few every day and make sure you dedicate time to do those tasks. Regulate your social media use. Get enough sleep the previous night and make use of to-do lists. These are tips that I swear by that help me every single day that I want to be productive. Like I said, it's also a struggle for me. I'm still struggling and I don't have perfect days every single day, but I swear by these tips and I guarantee they're going to help you. Let me know in the comment section if you know any of these tips, if you use them, if you have other tips that help you stay productive on a day-to-day basis. Let me know this, so I'll be responding. I'll be very happy to hear from you. Give this video a thumbs up if it helps you in any single way. If you like it, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And in case you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe, okay? I'm trying to get to 1K at some point in this century. So please give this video a thumbs up. Give me a comment, subscribe in case you haven't. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.